Welcome to today's video. Hope everybody's doing good out there. You can see I'm out here in the west. Got some rocks behind me, got some snow on the ground. We're trapping coyotes and bobcats. So real quick, with any predator, coyote, bobcat, fox, I want to make sure that everybody knows what I mean when I put the trap right under their foot. So I just went up and set a few traps up here in the rocks, my normal bobcat type stuff. But what I want to, I set one over here on the edge, and let's go up and take a look at it. Well, you can see how close I was able to get to this outfit. Okay, so what we have is this rock point. These cats and coyotes are going to come up here, and when they get up here, I'm in a saddle. There's the other point over there. There's no good trees in between. Normally that's what I would look for, is right there for a scat tree, no scat tree. So we've got to narrow them down. So this rim rock comes around here and goes back behind me, and it creates a long running barrier. So once I find that long running barrier, I go in and I find the exact spot where I want to put a trap. This spot right here, I got a trap right here behind me, and this is the trail that leads up through and around this rim rock, and it goes up here to the left, whatever. So what I want to do here is I got coyotes and bobcats here. So is there a set that catches both? Most definitely. Any set will catch both. There's sets that will catch coyotes more than it will catch bobcats. There's sets that will catch bobcats more than coyotes. So this is a trail set. This is absolutely no smell, no nothing. You can see that from where my ranger's sitting right here, there's maybe access right there that they would go around. But this gives them about a 20-yard spot that narrows them down. They have to go right through here, and so all I'm going to do is set my trap under their foot. And if I could give you guys a tip, set a handful of sets every season, whether it's a dozen or half a dozen or whatever, with absolutely no bait, no lure, no smell, no bones, no nothing. Just absolutely blind set. That way you'll know, as a new trapper, you'll know you're not trying to call them off of their original travel path, because that is the key to success, to consistently catching these predators, is to put the trap right under their foot. Don't make them go off their trail. Don't make them do anything different. Just let them keep continuing. So once you've established that and you're good at finding where they're continuing on their trail, then you can make whatever set you want. Use whatever smell you want. It doesn't matter. Coyotes, the less is more for coyotes, you know, out here in the west where they're pretty wily. Less is way more. For bobcats, it does not matter. Use whatever going smell that you can find. Anything you can find on the market will work for catching bobcats. There is no secret. So let's walk up and check this set. I just want to really be clear with everybody what my point is here. My point is, my trap is right underneath their foot. If they're coming through here, they're going to get caught. There's no questions about it. So we get around the corner. It's a little less than desirable. So let's walk through here, and I'll walk you through this set. I mean, where the trap is. Obviously, it's right here because all my dirt's there. We're getting some more snow. It snowed all this snow this morning. We're getting more today. This will be covered, light snow. But see, what I've done is I blocked them into where they only have one spot to step. Now, there's the trap there. This is on an incline, so they have to step down below on the trap or up above. So I'm going to come right up here. This is the trail. Obviously, I walked on it. And here it is coming from this side. Let me back up a little bit more. You guys can see from where I'm parked there to right here, this is their only spot they can cross. Yes, they definitely can cross all over down there. They can cross from here for 250 yards, 300 yards. They can cross forever that way. We can't control that. We can only control what we can control. And so here I found a long running barrier, and then I found a pinch point. It's only 20 yards wide. I get, or 30, maybe 30, 25. It's not big, but the point is it's the only pinch point I have to work with right here. So can I go anywhere out across here and set a trap, make a dirt hole, make a T-bone and catch a coyote or a bobcat? For sure. Don't hear me, don't understand me wrong here. I do it all the time. But to be more consistent with the amount of traps I set, I have to set the trap underneath their foot. I know everybody gets tired of hearing me say that. It's just, it is the secret to success trapping, no matter what you're trapping. Let's walk up to this next set. Now this one looks a little different. This will be the one that I'm trying to catch a cat in. You can see this trail I'm walking on. I've made 40,000 trips up and down. So here's, this place hasn't been trapped for, I think the guy said over 26 years. Totally private property. There's no public out here at all. Anyways, I walk up here. I seen this from the road from about a mile away, so I said, yep, that's where I'm going. There was some drag rocks right here. Somebody had used this before right here, and it's an excellent set. There's dry dirt in there. It will stay out of the weather. You can see that it's out of the snow. But here's my point. Let me get back here. The trail goes through this direction. It doesn't go up into the cave. I'm not saying they won't go up into the cave. They will. 90% of the time, 50% of the time. Consistency, that's what we're after. We're after consistency. So my set, I chose to move his drag rocks over there. What am I, 15, 20 feet, and have a set that is exactly on the trail, right? So let's see this. So the trail comes down through here, and then it winds up behind here. And then you can see that's where my set is. Now the trail actually went right here where that piece of brush is actually where the trail went. But I moved the trap so that, I got to keep that trap as dry as possible, out of the weather as possible. So I'm talking, I moved it 2 feet. When I move it like that, that's not my ideal thing. I'll brush it in, block it in with rocks, whatever. And so that trail just comes up and goes right up through there and carries on and goes over. This rim rock deal is only probably 150, 200 yards long. And this is what I prefer. Instead of having giant rim rocks, I prefer these. So bobcat trappers out west, pay attention to these little rock outcroppings. You know, they're 20 feet tall, 15 feet tall, something like that. So one last thing, flagging. Do I use a flag? Do I not use a flag? So as wide open as I am here, I'm going to pan out behind me. It's wide open. There's nothing behind me. There's no major features. This is the major feature. So with, like I said, I moved that rock and I moved their trail over 2 feet further. Let me get back over here. And so I moved that trail. It normally goes right through here. I moved to where there, I want them to go back behind it that way. So with doing that, I'm definitely going to put a flag. Would I catch a cat here without a flag? I'll bet I would. I bet I wouldn't need it. Actually, what I did was I didn't put one here first, and then I carried on and whatever. And I thought, you know, I've got extra flagging. It doesn't hurt. Right down here below me, my theory is these bobcats are going to run right along the rim here. They're running right here behind me. But let's say I'm wrong. Let's say they miss this thing by 20, 30 yards here. They can still look up here and see this flag. Here's one last point at this set. I know this is a lot of information, One last point at this set is that set behind me, that cat set, may or may not take a coyote. It's definitely not made to take a coyote. I hate it when I have a coyote in a set like that. Absolutely hate it. I catch all my coyotes down in the bottom ground. I'll catch a dozen of them a year in these cat sets, maybe, but I absolutely hate it. But the point is there's coyote tracks in here, and they come to this exact same spot too. So I want to have a set in here to nab them. There's no brush to hang a snare. I could manufacture some stuff and blah, 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 blah. It just never looks good, and it's not my favorite thing to do, but I could do that. But back to this, that's what this set right here is. Now this set's going to take anything that walks through it. Most likely it will be, out west here, you'll have coyotes visit your cat sets before you'll have a cat. Not always, but say 75% of the time. They're not going to visit it and work the cat set, but they'll be within 30, 40 yards of this area smelling that loud cat lure. So, by the way, I do use O'Gorman's Powder River. I think it's a great lure. I use my homemade skunk and Vaseline, homemade beaver caster Vaseline. So if you want to learn how to do that, go check out one of my trapping tip videos. It's on there. So this video is not going to be a big drawn out deal of me driving around catching and killing coyotes and bobcats. I've got plenty of that on the channel. It gets very redundant for me to film another coyote in a trap or snare or bobcat. So this video is just strictly, if you think you need some credibility, go check out those videos. You'll see that I've got a little credibility there. Here's this set again from this side. It's all narrowed down. Let me give you one last view of it. Whatever comes through here has to step on that trap, or they have to jump it. They might jump completely over the top of it. I doubt it. I'll bet money I got a coyote in that trap. If I can hold off long enough, I will put it on there. If not, just realize, guys, I'm 100% confident in both of those sets. So a little pointer for you guys today. Sorry it was a little bit long. Good luck out there.